What's up, everybody? Welcome to the second episode of Left Black. My name is Kevin Cox. I'll be your host. So today I'm going to be talking about Donald Trump basically just getting busted, being unelectable again, and actually being disqualified to be on the ticket. It's just due to corruption, just your basic run-of-the-mill corruption. And the problem is this time the Democratic House Oversight Committee has produced the receipts. So in this case, it's a little bit more concrete to me than Colorado. Just saying, you know what, we won't let him be on the ballot. To me, that doesn't hold the same gravitas as saying, no, I found receipts, and here's where he's getting paid off by our geopolitical enemies. So let me actually just look at let's look at the articles. Trump received millions from foreign governments as president, report finds. House Democrats released evidence that he took at least $7.8 million from foreign countries while in office. Engaging in the kind of conduct the GOP is grasping to pin on President Biden. And by the way, just trying to find something to impeach Biden on versus producing receipts of corruption over the last, so many years of Donald Trump with actual invoices. And also we saw all these magistrates and government delegations and presidents and dictators staying at Mar-a-Lago, Trump Tower, Trump Hotel, all these different places, including in other countries as well, in Ireland and whatnot. I think it was corruption when he was flying our Secret Service into his resorts in Ireland, and then making the American government pay his company for that. You're not supposed to profit off the presidency while you're in office. Donald J. Trump's businesses received at least $7.8 million from 20 foreign governments. The transaction, detailed in a 156-page report called White House for Sale, was produced by Democrats and offered concrete evidence. I'm going to post that in the description so you can find that for yourself. They produced them through court fight. The report describes how foreign governments and their controlled entities, including top U.S. adversaries, interacted with Trump's businesses while he's president. And it shows the different properties. See, there they go. They paid millions to Trump International Hotel in Washington, D.C., Trump International Hotel in Las Vegas, Trump Tower on Fifth Avenue in New York, and Trump World Tower at 845 United Nations Plaza in New York. Getting that bread. Get your dough. I'm not mad at you. Just don't run for president in my country type stuff. I just want to take a second and zoom in on the last part of it. The Constitution prohibits a president from accepting money, payments, or gifts of any kind whatever from foreign governments and monarchs unless he obtains the consent of Congress to do so. The report notes that Mr. Trump never went to Congress to seek their consent. So at that point, you busted, dog. You busted. So let's dig in a little deeper into this report. So I actually just went ahead and downloaded the PDF, Brody. So this is the actual full-blown PDF. I'm gonna go to the table of contents and look at it. And it's got the foreword, and it's got the foreign emoluments clause, so you can read it out in detail for yourself, so you understand how it works. Trump's businesses and foreign conflicts, and their report methodology, and the limitations of the document. It's just so that it's in depth. But I believe they're actually listed in the order of the highest contributions to lowest. So we start off on page 45, ironically enough, with China. Big, powerful Chinese yen converted to USD. It shows that it is documented more than $5.5 million in spending on Trump-owned properties during President Trump's time in office. $5.5 million given to Trump by China. Now, it looks at it and it shows the sources. It shows the sources here. It shows Trump International Hotel in Washington, D.C. got $19,391 from Embassy of China delegation. Trump International Hotel received $195,000 and $662 from Hainan Airlines, and Trump Tower received $1.9 million annual from 2012 to 2019 from the Industrial and Commercial Bank of China. Keep in mind, this all totals out to $5.57 million, and that's during the presidency When you have these three sources here, you would say, well, that's not the Chinese government. Yes, it is. China is a one-party communist country, and every single major corporation is controlled by the government. So that is all basically a direct payment from the Chinese government into Donald Trump's pocket. That's just the way it works over there. They're in control of everything. That's pretty cut and dry. That just solves it for me. It gives me everything I need to see. That's a receipt. That's 3 receipts right there. You're done, son. We can go further down the list here. On page 67, this is the report on Saudi Arabia. Another word for Saudi Arabia is the home of the 9/11 hijackers. That's a good word for them. The Mazars records show that in just the year 2018, the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia paid then-President Trump's business entities more than $212,000 in emoluments through the country's ownership of the 45th floor of Trump World Tower and a week-long stay in March 2018 at the Trump International Hotel in Washington, D.C. by Saudi government delegation. There you go. Why you want to muddy or dirty up your hands, your grubby little paws with Saudi money? I don't know. Here in this country, we're a very uber capitalistic country. Everything is great if it's for $1. And I know in certain circles of the world, not in my community, but in, and I hate to say it like this, but in the rich white world, they can almost excuse anything away and say, hey man, you know what? It's business. It's business. What you're saying is, I know you feel like it's bad and it's wrong on a human standpoint, but I okay it if it's for money. That's what you're saying when you say those sorts of things. And this is exactly what your president's doing. This is what you're trying to lead our country down this road of. And keep in mind, this entire time, this is eating up and chewing up the American family and spitting out the bones. You have, if you look in my community, you have for-profit prisons, paid off judges, sending black fathers into prisons, and over policing and over prosecuting black fathers, and leaving broken single mother households. So they just point at the family and say, see, look, where are the dads? You know where they are. You put them there. You have the receipts, and you got paid to have them there. You get paid for full beds and full cells. One of the world's largest companies one of the largest companies in our country is Geo. They just free labor, virtually free labor, virtually slave labor in our prisons, and it's just for $1, So you basically enslave black fathers, and you make tons of money off of it. But as long as it's for money, it's okay, right? This is the mindset that I'm trying to get America away from. I can't do much about it as an individual, but you know what? We got to start recognizing that these things have major consequences. This is what we're setting ourselves up for more of in the future. And the problem with oppression. So here I go again, playing the race card, right? Oh, these black libtards are just on the Democrat plantation. I'm an independent. I'm no longer a flag waving Democrat, because they ain't never did too much for me. They've done something, but not too much. But we can't pretend that one party doesn't have more racist tendencies of their supporters. If I'm a member of the Ku Klux Klan, who am I going to vote for? Right? Who did the last Grand Wizard of the Ku Klux Klan endorse? If I'm the Ku Klux Klan, I might say, well, shoot, who lost court cases for refusing to rent to black people? And that would be my choice. So that's a pretty easy one. But also, I got to play the race card because racism is real. It's happening. And also, when it comes to oppression, and just in terms of oppression, any sociologist will tell you, oppression is practiced on the minority and perfected and then rolled out to the masses. So, yes, we're getting it now. Believe us when we tell you. And also, you're next. And you know what? For a second, we can just look at the list. This is a huge report. It's over 156 pages. We can just look at the list. So you got People's Republic of China, which is an ironic name. Saudi Arabia, aka the ISIS that made it, or home of the 9/11 hijackers. Qatar, I saw that one coming. United Arab Emirates, we get it. A bunch of people from over there that are billionaires, if not secret trillionaires. Kuwait, remember them? Didn't we go to war for them already? India, Philippines, Malaysia, Turkey. Now, keep in mind, those are import-export partners. We get lots of stuff from them. So yeah, I mean, I'm not going to say that they're big Trump supporters. I just know that they need sway when it comes to an economically based president. Democratic Republic of Congo. Democratic Republic of Congo. Let's get it, my brother. Get in there. Get in there. Get your bread up. You know what I'm saying? If you want to get some sway, you guys know how to deal with a warlord or a corrupt official real quick. Go ahead, do what you got to do. Get in there. Albania. I didn't see that coming. In Kosovo, remember them? I forgot all about Kosovo. Plus additional emolument spending with other countries that had accounts that Trump owned businesses. And keep in mind, I don't think that he shouldn't have businesses. I don't think that he shouldn't make money. I think he should be able to make money, but it should be outside of his control so that he's not politically swayed towards his financial interests just while he's in office. I wouldn't have minded as much if he would have said, you know what, I'm going to be a one-term president. I'm going to let my kids run it. I'm not going to have them be in any office or government positions so that you guys feel like we're just trying to take over, and we're just going to move on from there. Right? I just want to get the country, kind of turned around in the right direction and show you guys how to run it so that it's business friendly and whatnot. If that would have been the case, that'd be one thing. But instead, he's immediately taking Ivanka to go visit these Chinese presidents and delegation. And guess what? She's in the room with the United Nations people, and they're like, "Why's your daughter here? This isn't bring your daughter to work day." And then guess what? She walks out of China with mad trademarks and copyrights, and I don't know what you want to call that. If you want to call Hunter Biden getting his advances is corruption, then I want to call it the same thing when Ivanka does it. You see what I'm saying? So I don't have a problem calling a thing a thing. So I'm gonna leave it at that. Those are the receipts. The report is linked in the description. I'll probably go ahead and pin it in the comment section. Go ahead and look that over for yourself. There's plenty of evidence that you can see right there. And to my conservative brothers out there and sisters out there, if it's not about, hatred of black and brown people, if it's not about bigotry against people of other ethnicities and religions, if it's not about just trying to oppress minorities and push people away so you can create an ethno state or a Christian religious state, then, you're really just a reasonable person that doesn't like abortion so much and doesn't want high taxes. If that's you, then you shouldn't be a fan of a corrupt president. If that's you, then when you see a corrupt president, you don't want to go ahead and vote for him again. You say, you know what, he had his chance. He did his thing. Even if I liked him, I can just move on to the next guy. There's someone in that Republican primary that you can vote for instead. But as we've seen, there is a cult of personality around Donald Trump. For some reason, everyone identifies with him, even though you're never going to touch $1 billion in your life. You can't. With that being said, everybody, if I missed anything, tell me in the comment section. I'll be back on a regular basis, and I'd love to hear from you. So if you like this content, please like it, share it, subscribe, and give me suggestions and anything you want to talk about. And if you didn't like it, hit me up in the comment section. Keep it respectful, but let me know what you think. All right? Tune in with me next time. I'll see you guys around. My name is Kevin Cox. Peace.